it's Kaylin Rose, and I'm back with another verse of the day. So today's verse of the day is coming from Isaiah 54, and the title is The Future Glory of Zion, which is really the future of the glory of the people of Jerusalem, Christians, and the Gentiles. And so it's going to be verses 11 through 12. And it says, afflicted city, lashed by storms and not comforted. I will rebuild you with stones of turquoise, your foundations with lapis lazuli, and I will make your battlements of rubies, your gates of sparkling jewels, and all of your walls of precious stones. So ultimately, in the book of Isaiah, God is talking about how he will turn your life that's full of failure into success. And I relate this to, I was studying marketing. We had to do different projects. And so one of them, the bread I had been eating when I was on my fasting journey, Daniel fast, well, after the Daniel fast, I started liking this bread, and I found a bread called Dave's Killer Bread. And it's like 21 seeds, whole grain stuff. And this bread was so good to me with some peanut butter and jelly. Okay, I'm rambling. But the whole story behind it, when I had to research on this bread, blew my mind because I connected it to Jesus. So Dave, he was a entrepreneur, but he was incarcerated for over 15 years, and he was in and out of jail and on drugs like meth, stealing, robbing. He was living a young life at 22 of, what a lot of people are doing today, just robbing, stealing, scamming, getting drugged up and repeat. And he said while he was in jail for his last sentence that was like over 15 years, he had a come into himself moment where he's like, either he's just depressed and trying to kill himself while in jail, or he had a coming to himself moment where he's like, I'm gonna make my life worth living. And that's when he got an idea for his family's bakery to, he's gonna just, start coming up with new ideas for bread and making unique, healthy, whole grain, good seed bread, which is what God usually refers to us humans as, good and bad seeds. And he felt like his whole life he was a bad seed. So when he came to himself in prison, he was like, I'm gonna make good seed bread. And that's exactly what he did. And so his story is like how your failure can turn into success and help others along the way, because now his company promotes ex-cons, because he felt like, because I'm a convict, I'm a loser. And that's what most people coming out of jail feel like. And he paved the way for people just by him finally surrendering control to his life and living a lifestyle that doesn't produce any fruit, any good fruit, to now wanting to produce good seed. And that's what a lot of God's children are gonna come to. It's also like the parable of the prodigal son, where he went off with his father's money, got all his inheritance, and was living wild, like orgies, getting drunk, smoking, all the drugs. He went and lived off wild living. But when he came back home to his father welcomed him with open hands, put the best robe on him, and fed him. But he was down with the pigs. See, a lot of people don't know you down with the pigs when you live in that nasty lifestyle. You don't realize it because you're used to it. You used to doing, like, you're used to living in your filth. It starts to smell good. But God is saying he wants the cleanest things. When you finally come home, when you come home to him, this is why God is speaking on turquoise. God uses that he's going to rebuild us with stones of turquoise, which means this promotes good communication with others and to connect to the spiritual world. So God is saying he's going to strengthen our intuition, which is also your discernment, where you feel something in your spirit versus with your physical eye. And he's going to strengthen us with courage. It's also helpful for protection, purification, and cleansing of negative energy. So purification means purity, like God is restoring your purity. Just like how you see little kids Nothing unclean has really touched them unless they've been, raped or exposed to things at a young age. It's like a pure child. That's how he wants us to be purified when we come to him. And he said also that he will have our foundations lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli foundation means we will have the foundation of courage, strength, royalty and wisdom, and intellect and truth. He said he will make our walls of ruby. The walls to me symbolizes the insides of you. You can be founded on something, which is what you stand on, but your walls is what protects you from the outside world. And your walls will be of rubies, which means to be of good health, knowledge, love, protective of home, possession, and family. It's also said to increase, and it's also associated with improved energy, creativity, honor, compassion, wealth, and concentration. That goes to show you that you should never look at someone's failure or downfalls in life like that's the end of them. Because with God, anybody can turn their failure into success and lead people along the right route in the way. So I love you guys, and I hope you guys know that God is coming for his children and to turn your life around. And you don't have to think because you're not perfect right now, God can't use you. He turns failure, that's his specialty, turning failures into success story, because that's how he gets glory. That's how people can connect with other people. You can't connect with people who ain't never really been through anything. You can't connect with someone who never experienced your pain, your obsessions, your addictions. He said Dave's Killer Bread, the only bad habit he hasn't kicked is smoking cigarettes, but from stealing, drinking, alcohol, doing hardcore drugs, robbing, he ended all of that. And God is saying at any point in time, that day may be your day where you just quit everything you used to do and don't look back at it. So bye. I love you guys.